Hi, I'm Ella, and I'm dramatic and problematic. Did I just flash someone? I feel like I did.
And I'm Alex, the sister from a different mister.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel if you've been here before. As you can see from the title, this is part 2 to the psychic story. But before we get into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay updated with all my videos. That psychic, to me, he was so rude, honestly. I think he just hated me.
No, he didn't, because he was constantly talking about your looks, that you're very pretty.
I know, but that was so weird. At one point, he asked me what I wanted to do for a career, and I told him that I want to like teach in college, and then he's like, hot teacher, huh? And I was like, oh no, never say that to me. The one thing I was like, it feel like mine, like hers, she was like doing everything whatever, and then for mine it kind of felt like he was breezing over and just wanted to get it over with. It makes sense why. You'll know the reason why at the end of the video. Stay tuned.
He starts with your birthday.
Yeah.
Okay, so she writes down her birthday. And you know what? It was weird because he asked me what time I was born, and he didn't bother to ask
No, he
her.
did. He asked me, but he asked me like way later.
He kept saying, like, are you Filipino? Like, I swear,
Oh,
you
to
look
me, yeah.
Filipino. And
Okay, let me put a mask on. You guys can be the judge of it, but I don't think so.
I was talking to my mom about this, and she was saying that it's like because of your round face. I think you could get away with it, but I don't see it.
I'll take it. I don't really care. Filipino people are cute. Bella Porch, you know. Listen, build a bitch.
It was so funny with her reading. He said, oh, you only have one child. And she's like, oh, that's so weird because I'd like to consider adopting. And he's like, oh, well, because of God, he can't give you everything. You can only have 50-50. And she's like, well, I want to adopt and, like, you know, I want to do good in this world, whatever it was.
And like fostering, that's because those are kids in need. You're not
Right.
like buying a baby.
Yeah. And then how he just ended the conversation was, good for you.
I'm telling you, he hated me. Let's talk about the psychic thing.
Near the end of my reading, I asked him if he could tell if somebody was psychic. His response was very uncanny. It was like, what are you talking about? I am a psychic. I was like, okay.
He's like, I've been 9 generations of my family. Yeah, that's why there's 3 of you in this street.
Yeah. And I was like, well, you can't tell if like somebody has like psychic abilities. His response was just very bland. Like it was like, oh, we just have many generations, you know. I read these books and scriptures. And that's how he was getting our horoscopes. Study all this, but you don't know because you don't have the powers that I do. And
But also, there's like, I'm not sure where it is. I think somewhere here in your palm. If you have a cross, that's supposed to mean that you can be, like, you can open your mind. Not that you are psychic. Affinity to it, I guess, would be the word. Why doesn't he know that?
with his answer, I think it just clearly showed that maybe he isn't.
He's
So-
a scam artist.
You what? And you broke up with one person. 2 persons you broke up. Am I right? Huh? This girl is like that girl. Yeah. Relax. I'm just kidding. Okay. I'm talking to someone. Yeah. Just kidding. Okay. I'm talking to someone. Yeah. Okay. You have crush. Yeah. Crush. Yeah. We say don't we say it as love? No, we don't say love. We have feelings on them. Yeah. He's from which country? Canada. As I will tell you according to your horoscope, okay? I don't see much, but I will tell you in a few minutes, okay? According to your birth chart, 2002 you born, okay? Still you have to come up in your life and what is there. But I will tell you what is happening in your life, what is there, okay? But because I don't want to tell you.
Do you see how much he's
Oh my
real?
God.
Like, just get to it.
According to your birth chart, when I look, okay?
Again,
Your birth chart.
he's repeating
As I
it.
tell you a few words. You are a kind person only. You are a
You're a kind person.
You have
Same
one
thing.
character. What is your character is a sense. You are an easy believer. You understand? If someone who talks to you, they convince you.
It's so weird because he's basically saying that you are a naive type of person. But I mean, if you were, then you would believe everything that he was saying. And you're very skeptical, clearly.
I'm literally sitting there laughing, and he's like, "You're naive."
But you're a very kind person. Maybe he's saying that we're kind and we're generous, that we'll give him more money. That we're very charitable for his reading.
Your financial line also, okay? I don't see much more. Only a few things I'll say. In financial line, I don't see much coming in your life. I'll be honest to you, okay?
I'm really poor.
Don't keep a business. I don't say you keep a business, but you will try to work. Maybe he can be a well-settled guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes. So in her financial future, it's not her that's necessarily, she's working. So I would say this is what he's trying to explain, that you
Yeah.
have like a part-time job, but he's basically explaining that it's going to be the man that's more successful that will be taking care of things. In a sense, she's got a sugar daddy.
I think that's so weird the way he said that. Like,
And it was so strange when he was talking about her love life, saying in regards to that she will be dating, but she won't find anybody serious until she's 20. I get it, because especially like with the times now and like just how guys are, I feel like, yeah, it would be difficult around her age to be actually dating somebody seriously. But it was funny because she actually asked a personal question for him to answer.
I just asked this question about someone that I was talking to.
He tried to like go like this, tried to do a prayer, and he's like, when's his birthday? And this is the funny part. And she was like, oh, all I know is that he's a Cancer. And he thought that she said, all I know is that he has cancer. And you're like, oh my god.
What a clown, what a clown.
Yeah, so luckily the guy messaged his birthday and everything.
Yeah, he's looking at me and he's like being very like about it. I'm like, and then he's like, oh, Ma, don't be a fool, don't be a fool. And he was trying to find roundabout ways of telling me, oh, he's gonna cheat on you. But he's not saying it directly. And I was like, okay, are you trying to tell me that he's gonna cheat on me? Is that what you're trying to say? And then he's like, yes, Mom, 100%. If you guys get married, I will cut my tongue off. I will go back to my country. What?
It was just crazy. Because at first he's like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
And then like once he started doing like the horoscope, he was like, no, Ma, somebody might cheat. It might be him, it might be you. But then went back and tried to say that it was him that would cheat.
No, at first he said it was him, and then he said that it might be me. Oh, after some time, relationships, they get boring and people get uninterested. It's like if I'm wearing this shirt, it's a cool shirt. But if I wear the same shirt every day, I don't want to wear it anymore. So I get a new shirt and I'm like, wow, this shirt is really cool. Like, why is he trying to explain like that? I was like, okay. Like, you're explaining cheating to kindergarteners right now. What is this happening? I end up asking about my roommate. And then it's the same situation. I'm asking something about a person. And he's like, I can't tell you. And he starts asking me what country she's from. And then, like, he didn't even ask me her birthday.
What does that even have to do with anything? And, like, even when she asked about the roommate, he's like, oh, I can't do a reading on other people.
Like,
well, then what are you doing with the other guy? Like, then where are you getting this prediction from? Because of her birth? Because of his birth? Like, and it was so weird, like, how he explained. He's like, you don't have to be friends with everybody, people just come and go. It was like, he was just trying to be, like, philosophical or something.
But, like that's not what I asked. Like,
yeah.
I understand people come and go, but this is someone I'm living with for the foreseeable, like, a year at least. So it's not like, oh, come and go. Like, of course, like, maybe in 10 years, I'm not even gonna remember her name. But, like, it's important right now. Like, it's not... But he was really weird. He really glazed over a lot of stuff. He didn't get to, like, nothing that I asked for. Literally, he just told me, oh, you're just gonna get a sugar daddy. And, like, he was trying to rush it. Like, he literally spent so much time on you. And then he spent, like, 10 minutes on me. And then he's like, well, do you have questions? And I was like...
And even during her reading, like, right near the end of mine, he's like, oh, I have to tell you this clue, but I'm going to tell you at the very, very end. And so he would go back to her reading, but then would be like, oh, but you know, I'm gonna talk to you more about your reading at the end.
And then he kind of kept suggesting that I needed to leave.
Yeah.
Well, he was telling you whatever he needed to tell you, right?
Yeah.
And he was kind of like saying, oh, like you can go after that. And I was like, no.
He finally asks her, like, do you have any more questions? She says no.
He's being super fishy. He's just like, Ma, do you feel an energy when you go to sleep? Ma. No, he literally said, I'm gonna ask you 4 questions. And then he asked like 10 or 15 questions. He just kept asking.
He asked me if I've had any nightmares. I was like, okay, once in a while. And then he's like, do you feel a heaviness on your chest or whatever? And I was like, isn't that sleep paralysis? And I was like, no. And he's like, tell me, Ma, have you ever had any pain? I was like, no. I was like, maybe sort of. And he just refused to believe. He was like, don't lie to me, Ma. Tell me if you have had any pain. And I was like,
he kept screaming at her. I was like, what is wrong with this man? He's literally
yeah. And I was like, okay. I was like, maybe I've been sore in the neck, but like there's nothing wrong. And he's like, tell me what's your relationship like with your relatives? And I was like, it's pretty good. And he's like, no, tell me the truth, Ma. What is your relationship like with your relatives? And I was like,
this is bullshit.
He's like, the reason why I tell you this is because you are possessed.
He is being possessed.
I swear he did. Anyways, what was it?
He said,
he said I have black magic.
And then
We were both like, like I almost believed it for a second. I was like, damn. I was like, I knew it. I was like, I knew he was gonna say something. That
Me too.
I had some type of black magic.
But right away when he said it, I texted her. I went like, this is a scam. He went and he was like, he listed everything. He's like, you have black magic, voodoo. Like, he was listing like super, like, I don't know, in another languages, ways to say black magic. And he said like 20 words.
He was trying to say that I got the black magic from one of my relatives. He's like, tell me, which relative doesn't like you? I was like, I don't know. Like, how am I supposed to know? He's like, one of your family members have possessed you by the black magic. And I was like, Jesus, like, who does that? And he's like, it could have been passed down from one relative to the next and the next. And now you have the same curse. And I was like, okay, so how do I get rid of this?
He said he's gonna do this ritual where he had to
Oh my god.
where he had to get her hair, her blood, and like do some ritual shit. And we were like, I was literally trying so hard not to laugh. I kept I kept doing one of the, because I'm like trying not to laugh, but like,
Okay, I was freaked
ridiculous.
out
No,
at this
wait.
point.
And then he kept turning to me like, oh, like, do you think this is funny? Do you need to leave? And I was like, no, thank you. I don't need to leave. I'm gonna stay right here. Thank you very much.
So he was basically saying like, okay, do you want me to get rid of this? And I was kind of confused by what he was saying to me.
That's
He's
what they
like,
do.
tell me if you want me to get rid of it. And I was like, okay. And so he starts writing some things down, and then I quickly check my phone, and I see what Ella's saying, and I was like, once I got out of this, like...
But see, this is why he wanted me to
really
leave.
freak out, yeah.
Because if I wasn't there, then he can, like, kind of, like...
Yeah, but even I was thinking, I was like, some of the things that I even told him, like, it doesn't make sense. You know, like, I didn't have the pain. Like, he almost, like, forced me to believe that I had pain. Like, I was like, I have soreness, but I don't have pain. I don't understand. Like, are we not connecting? Are we not understanding something? I don't know. And I started laughing because I see Ella's text and it's like, this is a scam. And I was like, it's gonna cost extra. And then he was like, yes, of course. And I was like, you know what? I'll pray to the spirits and I'll figure it out. Like, I just came here for a reading. I didn't want any of this. So that's the tea.
Literally sat there for, like, 2 hours with this guy just talking nonsense and going around in circles and saying the same shit over and over and over. And I was like, but yeah, like, that was fucking crazy. Like, these people are literally insane. And be really careful, because I do think psychics are real. But, like, you guys have to be careful if you ever want to talk to one or give them your money, because you don't know, like, there's people who will take advantage. But yeah, that was the video for today. And if you liked it, Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated with all my videos. I love you guys so much, and I hope you're having a fantabulous day, afternoon, or night, whatever time it is for you. Mwah!
Beauty goes much deeper once you get to meet her. Let me paint a picture. I see they don't understand. Feeling like